From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Miami Dolphins. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On play action, here's Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Tua going to change the play. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. This defense for the Saints, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Marquise Bell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Second down, here's Mostert again. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 26.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Third down and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, back to Achane. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, it's Achane. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Tim's the mic. You must be true. Hey. Mike 10 here, guys. Mike 10. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 10. Mike 10. I'm trying to collect.
Tua sets up to pass it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. No score after one on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There's Chris Olave. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. From the 25, here's 2nd down and a yard. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jalen Phillips. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. On first down, Tagovailoa to the left side and taken in by Chosen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it with Hill. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. He will push his way down to about the 14. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
56. Right there, 56. Green gap. Mike 56. Mike 56. Ready? Deuce.
From the gun, it's Tua. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Here's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Come on. 19, 18. Hurry, hurry.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this time, Tua is going to throw it. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. Sanders' kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready, fire, Mark, ready, fire. Hey, check that team. Check that team. Under 10.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He hit his first, now this from 43. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Big stop, let's go.
Tua now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The 2 is going to change things up. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 14. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They're going to look to throw. It gets this complete to Shaheed. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They'll turn to Kamara, and he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. A give, running right, Achane. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Up the middle, Achane fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Davis. And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that 1st down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the 1st. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Brent! Watch the run, watch the 21G, 21G!
Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Hey, check that, street. Watch the whip.
Here's Tua. Now he gets free up the left sideline. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think we have to give all the credit to the defense there. Very disciplined in their approach. Never allowed a cutback lane, which was exactly what he was looking for. They end up forcing him out of bounds for a loss.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. First throw of the OT session for Tua. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And here's Ryan Wright now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. That's some strong running. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights.